welcome everybody to the 10th annual Colorado Pollinator Summit. And so if anybody wants to follow along online or find more information about the speakers that we have today, to get detailed descriptions, if you haven't seen them online already, you can scan this QR code, and I believe it's also in the print program. Just really quick, last nuts and bolts for it. We're going to have a whole bunch of different kind of talks today. We'll have keynotes, which are really the people that we wanted to bring to talk about some of the most impactful and issues of our time around pollinator conservation. We'll have several short talks, group sessions. When we go up for lunch, you'll literally just go down this hallway or out that exit, and there's a set of stairs that goes up to the second floor, and there's an elevator if you need accessible access that takes you up there as well. You'll take your cards that you got for your meal cards, and you'll hand it to the person, like when you get to the top of the stairs or off the elevator. Once you get into the dining area, you can go to any restaurant you want. You can get Mediterranean, you can get pizza, you can go get breakfast, you can have crepes made, whatever you want. All you can eat, like just look for whatever you would like to have, grab a seat, eat your food, network. And when you're done, you can grab a cookie or something from the dessert. You can't carry food down here from upstairs except for something small, like a cookie or an apple or something like that. We will have some coffee and cookies catered this afternoon, but not tomorrow because we're ending a little early. And then at the end of the day and through some of our sessions, we'll have some interactive things where hopefully we'll give away some little prizes. Tomorrow will be a little different. One of the things I'd like to point out about tomorrow is that we'll have this session where we're going to actually split this room into 3. So you'll notice these big dividers. We're actually going to close those dividers off, and we'll have 3 different sessions tomorrow. And I'll reiterate this tomorrow for anybody who's still here. And I'll make it really clear on a slide that which session you want to go to for which individual thing. So you might have to mix a little bit from where you're sitting in the mornings for where you want to go to. Okay, I'm almost done with the intro stuff, but just wanted to reiterate that this whole summit is hosted by the Colorado Pollinator Network. And the Colorado Pollinator Network was established in 2016 with a mission to bring together organizations to work collaboratively to conserve, protect, and create pollinator habitat and educate communities across our state in how we best protect our pollinators. And so our network allows for our organizations and individuals within our communities to collaborate and make positive impacts on the health of our state's pollinators. We do that primarily by sharing information, hosting this summit, sharing info on best practices, restoration, how we create habitat, and foster more research on pollinators in the state. And it really wouldn't be possible without the financial support of so many of our sponsors. And so in our print materials and online, you'll see the different levels of sponsorship. And so these organizations are really helping us bring to you an engaging, informative summit and to use awesome venues like this place. So a big round to all of our sponsors, both big and small, but also to our Pollinator Summit team. So the Pollinator Network is a fairly diffuse network of organizing entities, but there are key members of that network that help us bring this summit. So a big thanks to everybody who serves on our steering committee and helps bring this together. So yeah, big round of applause for everybody. So again, if anybody hasn't scanned it or wants to, scan that QR code, and I'm going to pull up the slides for our next speaker who's going to give a little background to pollinators in Colorado. I'd like to introduce you to Nancy Stevens. So Dr. Nancy Stevens is the director of the CU Museum of Natural History, and so she's part of a long legacy of natural history research here in Colorado. And I'm not one to do long introductions, so thanks so much, Nancy, for giving us an intro to CU in the museum.
Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. So, this is not a pollinator. But welcome to the University of Colorado Boulder. As many of you know, this summit started at the University of Colorado back in 2016. And even back then, we had a number of different researchers and participants from the Natural History Museum, and that has continued all the way through to today. The museum is actually home to over 5 million specimens and objects, and it contains a very large collection of pollinators and other entomology collections. As you may know, Colorado is home to more than 950, I'm told more than 1,000 now, it's hard to keep these slides up to date, bee species, nearly 25% of all known bee species in the continental United States. The museum's been home to over a century of pollinator researchers, starting with Professor Cockerell, who helped to found the museum, and over the course of his illustrious career published nearly 4,000 papers on bee ecology and evolution. That century of research has seen a number of other experts, experts on bee taxonomy, natural history, butterfly ecology, and moth evolution, and hundreds of students and staff researchers. We've always striven to be a big part of conservation, of research, of education, and of connection to community. Over the course of this time, we've produced statewide checklists of species, identification guides for bumblebees, and our Colorado pollinator collections and local experts have been part of the legacy of research for many, many years. We're always looking for new ways to get our biodiversity recognized, whether it's through our research, our community science, or simply creating beautiful images of pollinator specimens that may not have been seen by very many people. So please, if you're interested, connect with us at the CU Museum with any of your interests or needs. Now, right now, our galleries are closed to the public for renovations. They'll be open early next year, but you can visit us online anytime or reach out if you want to work with us in the collections. And if you know of anyone who's interested in advancing their studies, we do have a really stellar museum and field studies graduate program, and we do have representatives of that program right up here at this table that can talk with you a bit about that, should you be interested. Anyways, we're really, really happy to host you here today at the University of Colorado Boulder. We're thrilled to see this turnout, and we're really looking forward to the great conversations and collaborations that will ensue. So have a great summit.